Hello guys, and today I will be talking about my video making process. So how I make my videos and sort of the mindset that I go into videos. I will also be giving some suggestions about what you should do if you want to get into YouTube and make videos. Before I even think about recording a video, I like to come up with the idea of the video. So if I think of something for a video, I will write it down on a piece of paper or type it up in a Google Doc. Even if it's not 100% complete, at least I will have it there to maybe go back to and add on later. Some of my best videos have come from this sort of thing where I write it down and come back to it later when I can think more about it and what can be added. Having this list of things you can record really helps out in case you come to a time where you can't think of much, because you can then go to that list and get videos from there. What I use to record and stream are the exact same thing, and this is by far the biggest question I usually get asked. Or it's what I use to edit, but we'll get to that later. So I use Streamlabs OBS to record and stream. It's a pretty popular one. You probably have seen it before. It's really easy to like set up and use overall. You just have to like click a couple buttons, set up a few settings that will stay there as long as you have it downloaded. So yeah, if you guys wanna like record and stuff, I would use Streamlabs. It's not tolling that I noticed, but some people say that it is tolling, so it possibly could be. I don't 100% know, but yeah, I use Streamlabs. Yeah, I don't know. Right before I start recording, I like to think of an intro. You should probably have your intro planned beforehand, just the slightest bit, because that's really where you get the audience and keep them watching. So if you have a bad intro, then the audience is going to leave right after the intro. So by intro, I mean like saying what the video is about. So if it's a money making video, say today we're going to be looking into some of the best money making methods. Or if it's a guide, then say what the guide is about and all of that stuff. Those are just some examples, but sort of just make it so they will want to continue watching and also know what the video is about. After recording the intro, I go ahead and I record the rest of the video. If I mess up on something, I usually have two decisions. I can either redo the scene or I can edit it out or fix it up a little bit later. Depends what I'm recording, how long it is and all of that stuff, and if it was flowing pretty good. And sometimes I just leave it in there if it's sort of funny. But yeah, that's really your personal preference. The absolute biggest question I always get asked is what editing software I use. So I use Animatica. It's this really cool free editing software I found online. It's really good for beginners. It has a lot of cool features. The only downside is that it does have a watermark. If you get the free version, it has a watermark down the bottom of the screen, but if you look at my older videos, it wasn't too annoying or big. And then it also, you can only upload it like 840, I think it is, but then you can get the paid subscription, which is a one-time payment of like $12 or something, and you get a lot more features. I did buy the like one-time payment because honestly I'd say it fixed my videos up a lot, but starting off, maybe try that free version just to get used to it. Or if you have a better editing software, then go ahead and use that. This is just what I use since it is free. When it comes time to actually edit, I start off by importing all of my recordings onto the editing software, and then I go ahead and I watch it through, cut parts out that I don't think are needed, or extra parts where I'm not talking, all of that stuff, to make it go a little bit smoother, a little bit like nicer. The only annoying part is that it is like a whole giant bar across the top. There isn't any zooming in with this software that I use, which makes it a little bit harder to get those precise things. So if you're ever wondering, like watching my videos and sometimes there's not like perfect exact cuts, that's usually why, because I can't get perfectly an exact. Up next, I'll add some transitions. Some of them are really nice. I've been getting better at using better transitions with my recent videos, which is really cool. Usually I just use black and white because those are a lot more simpler, but other ones look really cool. Sometimes I will have a lot more like cutscenes and stuff, cuts like on the 24-hour stream, which isn't out yet. Sorry about that. It should be coming out soon. I have already like 50 cutscenes, and it's a lot to scroll through. The only change I would make to this editing software is to be able to zoom in and all of that stuff, just so I could only see certain parts. It would make it a lot easier. But again, it's a really simple starting off software, but still really good. After I feel comfortable and I feel like the editing is good enough and how I want it to be, I will head over and start adding overlays. Those are all those little pictures that you see that aren't actually a part of the original recording. These take sometimes the longest depending on how many there are, because they have to be exactly perfect and perfectly timed to when I start talking and all of that stuff. So these can sometimes be the most annoying to actually set up. The final step to actually making my video is adding the music. So I get my music from the YouTube studio, where they have a bunch of like free music and songs that you can use in your videos, copyright free and all of that stuff. It's a really nice place to go if you're starting off on YouTube, because they have a lot of good audio and music. Like if you've liked any of mine that I have had in my videos, they are there. There are so many more that I haven't used yet, and it's a really cool that they allow us to access all of these. Some people do this before and others do it after, but up next is of course the thumbnail. A thumbnail can do a lot for your video. If it's the first thing people see, it's gonna do a lot. So sometimes I reuse certain thumbnail aspects of previous thumbnails to sort of make it a little more easy. This is a really simple thumbnail for me. You guys have probably seen it if you've watched that video. And it's sort of like this process of cropping it and like getting correct positioning. To make my thumbnails, I do use Pixel. It's an online website, basically like Photoshop, except free. Again, seen a bit of a theme there, but so I usually start off with getting the core aspects. So a title, if it's Loverfellow logo down at the bottom, and then a skin of me or something to fill aside. And then in the case of the crates, I'll get the piece of crate up there, but other times I'll just have something to show what the video is other than just like having a title. So other times I will also put like my skin, you won't see a dragon head. For that, I use a different website called Nova Skin. And basically Nova Skin allows you to add your skin download and then pose it and put stuff in its offhand. It's a very helpful site, someone showed me. So yeah, if you are doing Minecraft skins on your thumbnails or anything, even videos, make sure to use that website, Nova Skin. Again, it will be linked down in the description. So some people really love how I put shadows below my player. It adds like a little bit more depth, so I would suggest doing that if you guys are going to. And then shadows sometimes work pretty good. Yeah, just add those fine details and it will do a lot better. Okay, so after uploading your video, you're gonna like have to fill out the details about your video. So first off, titles, I'm not too good at titles, honestly. Just make sure it has something that people would click on, maybe think, would I click on that video? And also make sure it's about the video or about a part of the video. And then next, this is how I structure with these categories. I'm thinking about maybe changing it and making them just smaller dashes and stuff, but this is just how I structure it. Detail, I'm not the best again at detail, but sometimes I'm pretty good at them. And then times, sometimes people really enjoy having the times, especially if it's a structured video about certain things, add in those times. But if it's like a playthrough or something, no need to add those times. And then I have other links. So for this example, I had the Loverfella store because this is the Ocean Crate, that's where you would get it. And then I had the Discord that I am in, so any sort of personal links that you would want to have there. And then I have donation info right there. And then of course some hashtags. So the description can sort of be however you want. I would put like important information, so links to stuff, and then definitely what it's about, obviously, and then really any information that you think they would need. Next, of course, thumbnail. We already talked about that, but then to add it, you just go here. You do have to have like a verified account, but yeah. Also, playlists. Playlists are really important in a way because they'll allow people to see similar topics. So I have like Loverfella, and then I have Loverfella crates. So yeah, kind of just what I have on this video. And then absolute most important thing, these are the settings you're going to want for the audience. You want not made for kids, but don't restrict to over 18, because this will allow people, if you set it to yes, made for kids, they will not be able to comment on your videos. So it's going to really mess up the like interaction with your like community. And then we have the like viewers, so that people younger than 18 will still be able to, but you just wouldn't have it like that. And then of course tags. So tags are also very important because of the fact that tags are sort of what key like things that your video is going to be linked to. So for me, I have Loverfella because it's the Loverfella server. New hashtag save the turtles because that's what this one is. Other times I will have really like big lists of tags. I suggest filling them all up. I just don't know what else to add to this, honestly. And then of course like mega survival giveaway. Yeah. And then I don't do anything with this. I don't do anything with this. And then categories is the next thing. So categories, of course, gaming is the category because it's Minecraft for me. And then of course, get your game in there if you choose gaming as your category. This will bring it up if someone searches on Minecraft. You'll have a chance of your video being in there if it does actually good. So yeah, kind of helpful there. Next is, of course, the like stuff. Scheduling is really helpful if you have a like an upload thing or you're going away. Make sure to schedule a couple videos to like go up while you're away or something, and you can just do it with that. So yeah, just a helpful tip. And then end screen, of course, the end screen is if someone makes it to the end, you have it so that they can click on other videos and sort of entice them to pick on other videos. And then cards, I don't use much. I use them every once in a while, but yeah. So if you're ever talking about a video, maybe pop that tag up there and it will allow people to go and check out those videos also. So again, you'll get more clicks on the video. But yeah, guys, now just some suggestions for up and coming YouTubers who really want to like do it. Just sort of just what I've done, and I've done pretty good. So yeah. First off, make sure you're always interacting with the community, whether that's comments, always replying to them, even if they're saying hi, say hey back. If it's live streaming, yeah, everybody loves live streaming. I live stream Bed Wars so I can just play with everyone and they get a chance to play with me. Also, I would suggest putting time and effort into all your video quality. So like the editing, do your best job possible. Your thumbnails, do your best job possible. And then of course, make sure you have a upload schedule. If you don't have an upload schedule and you're just like popping videos up whenever you finish them, it's going to be really inconsistent and you might go uploading 3 videos a week and then the next week upload 1. So make sure you have that schedule set up to be able to upload like once or twice a week at similar times, or if you're a daily uploader, then upload every day. But yeah, so make sure you have that sort of stuff, otherwise you might have some problems, like, and people might unsubscribe because they don't have like the right stuff and you're just confusing them. And then of course, be yourself, because if you're not yourself, then you might be everybody wants to see your true self. Don't be shy, don't be scared, be yourself, be nice, be active, be happy, be positive, all of that stuff. Transfer the energy to them. Don't just keep it all for you. You want to have that energy so that they are also entertained by your words. If you guys enjoyed this video or it helped you out in any way, consider leaving a like. And I don't do much content like this because it's just not really my expertise, but I thought I'd put it out there because a lot of people ask that sort of questions. But yeah, consider subscribing, and I hope you guys have a great day. Falling in the water.